Hey ladies and jellyfish, wombles of all sizes, welcome back to A.S.K's videos. Today I'm going to be ranking every single Ben 10 alien from the classic series all the way to Omniverse, including the ultimate aliens, in a tier list. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I've made a lot of Ben 10 videos before, so I'll leave a link to a couple in the description, including a video where I explain the powers of every single alien, so if you're new to the show and you don't know a couple of them, you can check that out. And a video where I give a recap of the first 4 shows, all the way to Omniverse, just excluding the reboot, of course, in a 15-minute video. So if you don't know the show, it's a quick 15-minute video. You can watch it, and basically, you'll know everything about the show, all the lore, storyline, stuff like that. Anyway, today I'm going to be ranking all these aliens. I photoshopped these things, I guess not photoshopped, but I made these like in a color scheme. And I'm going to be ranking all of them, just so you know which are my favorite, not so favorite. And yeah, be sure to leave a like, and I'll leave a link to the template of this in the description below. So if anyone wants to use this tier list, make it one themselves, make a video on it possibly, you guys can do that. Share the video with me on Twitter, Discord, all that jazz. And yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, just a quick rundown of the tiers here. We got these tiers are obviously very self-explanatory. The God tier is basically my favorite aliens, and in the ultimate God tier is aliens that are the ultimate version of my favorite aliens. So let's say I put, I don't know, Swampfire in God tier, since he's one of my favorite aliens. I'll basically put Ultimate Swampfire up here, since he's like a little better. So basically, like, God tier is 100%, like my favorite, and that's like 110%, basically. Anyway, let's get on with it. So we're starting off with Heat Blast. Heat Blast is a classic. I'm gonna put him at tier A. Definitely, like, everyone knows this alien. He's one of the originals, and I think he's awesome. He has a lot of cool powers. He can break a chunk of the ground, fly, shoot fireballs, and I think at one point he also absorbed the fire from different places. I don't know if that's like a thing, but very cool alien, but not that strong. I might actually move him down to a B tier since he is a little weak. Just using water to put out his flames can be a very significant weakness. But yeah, that's Heat Blast. The next one is Wild Mutt. I'm gonna put Wild Mutt at tier D. He's very good at sniffing people and biting, but in terms of the classic aliens, he is one of the weakest. But he's also a classic, and he's just awesome. Diamond Head. Now, Diamond Head is one of my favorites. I'm gonna put him in God tier. He doesn't have an ultimate form, so obviously I can't put anything up there, but Diamond Head is awesome. He defeated Vilgax in the Season 2 finale of Alien Force. Awesome alien. Very experienced. He can change his hands to different shapes and pull boulders out of the ground, throw them at different people. He's just awesome. Next up, we got Accelerate. Now, Accelerate, I'm gonna put him with Heat Blast over here because Accelerate is very fast. He's a very classic alien. If Ben ever needs to like run really fast, get somewhere, like maybe dispose of something really fast or something like that, Accelerate's always a classic. Yeah, not much more to say about that one. Then we have Gray Matter. I'm gonna put Gray Matter with Wild Mutt. He's smart, but not much more than that. He obviously serves some comic relief. Like when Ben was like, "Hey, let's go forearms," and then he transforms into Gray Matter. So, yeah, not a personal favorite, but he's pretty good. Then we have Forearms. I'm gonna put Forearms at tier A. The original strong alien, he obviously got a lot more of those big brawn aliens as the shows went on, but Forearms was kind of the first one that he got. Very awesome design, just love the voice. I think the original show was by John DiMaggio. Actually, I take that back. I think John DiMaggio was doing it in Ultimate Alien. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Forearms is awesome. Then we have Stinkfly. Now, Stinkfly, I think I love him a little more than everybody else. People seem to give him a little bit of flack. I'm gonna put him in tier A. Very cool alien. He can fly, shoot those goo balls out of his eyes. But a thing with me when I was a kid, and I still think this today, the Omnitrix, they put his Omnitrix on his face. So whenever you look at him, I thought his eyes were always the Omnitrix. I never realized that his eyes were the 4 little things on his head. So that was a little design thing that I really think it looks cool, but it's a little confusing. His eyes aren't the Omnitrix, so if you're still wondering like me. Then we have Ripjaws. Ripjaws is a really weak alien. He can swim and bite stuff, but he never really got used in the classic series. Maybe if he got used, I would move him up to a higher tier. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna put him to D tier, because I've seen some very weak aliens, and I think they can go in F, but for now, Ripjaws is cool, but he got a little underused, in my opinion. Then we have Upgrade. Upgrade is really awesome. I'm gonna put him at, I think if he was used a little bit more, I could move him up to A tier, but we never really got to see the full capabilities. Obviously we saw like in a lot of cool episodes where he merged into like cars and trains and computers and stuff like that. But I think they could have used them a lot more, especially with like when in the end of Alien Force, when he was crashing Vilgax's ship, he could have just merged with it and like stopped it or something like that. But he was definitely well used in the Generator Rex crossover, so keep that in mind. Then we have Ghost Freak. Ghost Freak is not a personal favorite of mine. Not very strong, but he did escape the Omnitrix at one point. Gotta give him credit for that. I'm gonna put him at C tier. This is a bit of a hot take, but then again, what isn't on this channel? Then we have Cannon Bolt. I love Cannon Bolt. We actually saw in Omniverse that Cannon Bolt was like the reason that Ben got the Omnitrix to begin with, because he hit the thing that the shooting star kept the Omnitrix. So I like Cannon Bolt. I'm gonna put him in tier C. Not really a favorite of mine, but he's cool. I can understand where he's coming from. Then we have Wildvine. Again, if Wildvine was used a little bit more, I love Wildvine's style. I think they did a lot better with Swampfire later on. I'm gonna put him in tier B, but I love his powers. It's really cool. He can like merge with plants. I think if one alien deserved to get ultimate form, it probably would be Wildvine. Because that'll be an awesome thing. He could like talk to plants and make them attack people. That'll be awesome. Buzzshock. Buzzshock's going in F. I really hate his voice. Very, like, it was like a one-off alien, basically. He never really got used too much until Omniverse. So yeah, not really that cool. We've seen better electricity aliens, so yeah. Same with Artiguana. Artiguana never really got used that much, so I'm gonna put him in F tier as well. Then we have Blitzwolfer. I'm gonna put him in D tier, because I never really liked him, along with Snarrow and Frankenstrike, or what Ben Victor, whatever the original names were. I never really cared too much about these, honestly. The what was it called? Like, the little storyline with these guys wasn't really my favorite. But they have their place in the show. Then we have Upchuck. Upchuck is pretty awesome. I'm gonna put him in list C, because he's not really that strong. He's more of another comic relief alien like Grey Matter. But I think he's really funny. Then we have Ditto. I'm gonna put Ditto in list F. A lot of people like Ditto, but I think his power is pretty stupid. He can't really do anything except duplicate, which Echo did a lot better with his sonic powers. So yeah. Then we have Guy. I think this one is not that cool. I said in my Ben 10 Aliens video that this one's pretty cool, but along with some eye puns, this one's not really that good. So I'm actually gonna put him in list D. Way Big. I love Way Big. I'm gonna put him in God tier. I think he's absolutely fantastic. If anything, he was pretty underused. Actually, I take that back. He was perfectly used, and yeah. Then we have Swampfire. Swampfire is also going in God tier. I love Swampfire. His powers are awesome. From the fire to the regeneration, the putting his feet in the ground, his roots, to the growing plants with seeds, all that stuff. I love Swampfire. He's just great. Echo's going in A tier. I love Echo. His ultimate version is even awesomer in my opinion. I think Echo's really great. But I don't know. It's just not the normal version is not the best, but I love him. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. Then we have Humongosaur. I'm gonna put him in God tier as well. I think he was, especially in Omniverse, he was used as another comic relief. He was like, let's go, Humongosaur, turns into like, Stinkfly or Goop or whatever. But yeah, Humongosaur, really strong. Not much more than that, to be honest. But you know, kids love big, strong dinosaurs. Then we have Jetray. I never really got what Jetray was for. His zapping powers aren't really that great. And other than flying at like faster than light speeds or whatever, he's not really that interesting. I'm gonna put him in list C. Big Chill. Big Chill was great. I'm gonna put him in list A. I love his powers, the ghost powers and the freezing and all that jazz. It was awesome. The Alien Force aliens were definitely better than the original, especially like the ones that they kind of copied. Like Arctiguana was basically Big Chill, or Echo and Ditto, or Swampfire and Wildvine and stuff like that. But you know, what can you do? Then we have Chromastone. I'm gonna put Chromastone at list B. I think he is a little underrated in terms of the fans. I really like him. He got a lot of well treatment in the show, especially with in Vengeance of Vilgax. He was featured in that episode where we went to the Petrosapien planet and all that stuff. I think Chromastone's pretty awesome. Then we have Brainstorm. I'm gonna put Brainstorm right along with him. I really love Brainstorm's powers, especially in that episode in Omniverse, the Avengers, where he kind of did like an analysis of everything while he was fighting. That was very entertaining. I just love Brainstorm, but not my favorite. His voice is not really that great. But yeah, he's cool. I understand where he came from. Then we have Spider Monkey. I'm gonna put him in list, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I'm gonna put him in list B. I think he's not as good as the other Alien Force aliens that much, especially the higher ones, like these four. His powers are cool and all that, but he was a little bit weak in terms of the power, the brawn, like the strength side. But yeah, he was definitely fast and agile and all that stuff, but I don't really get the appeal to it. Then we have Goop, or as Ben says, Goop! Okay, sorry. That was not very good on my voice. I'm gonna put Goop in list A. Again, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I love Goop. He might be very easy to take down, but I just love his design, his power, his all that stuff. And it's clever that they had the anti-gravity projector because, I don't know, that's just really clever. Like, it's just a weakness that comes along with a big blob of goo. But it makes you wonder, like, what the Goop planet looks like. Like, how do they... Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna even go there. Then we have Alien X. Obviously, Alien X is going in God tier. There should have just been a tier called, like, the Alien X tier, but he's cool. I think he got a little too overhyped because he's not even really that strong, because Storina and Bellicus aren't the most decisive people in the universe, I guess you would say. I don't know. Alien X just didn't... He wasn't that interesting because of the consequence that came with it, but very clever. I love the episodes he was in, be it from Forge of Creation, or Universe vs. Tennyson, or anything. He was just great. Then we have Lodestar. Lodestar is probably one of the weaker Alien Force aliens. Maybe if he got like an ultimate form where he could like do anything with any type of metal or wood or whatever, he just didn't have to be magnetized. Would have been cool, but he's pretty equal with Jetray in my opinion. Not really that interesting. Then we have Wrath. Wrath is definitely going in God tier. He is fantastic. The funniest alien to ever live. And let me tell you something, random person watching this video. Like this video, Wrath will kill you. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Then we have Nanomech. Nanomech! I'm gonna put him in list F. Very weak. It's just obvious if you watch the show how weak he is. That was just the whole point of his character. So yeah. Then we have Water Hazard. We're going into the Ultimate Alien forms now. And I'm gonna put Water Hazard in list C. His design isn't really that interesting, honestly. Maybe if he was like goop and he was all just a big floating ball of water. I don't know, maybe that's a stupid idea. Maybe if he was like, I don't know, like Atomics with like water in his tank or something. I don't know, that would have been cooler, but he's cool. I love the Agrigor series. It's one of my favorite little mini series in Ben 10. So yeah, I love him. Great alien. Not my favorite. Then we have Amphibian. Again, not really that interesting. I'm gonna put him along with Water Hazard. Oh, by the way, Water Hazard's name is really stupid. I think the like Overflow from the reboot is even a better name, even though the reboot's not that great. But anyway, Amphibian. He's a cool like electricity alien, but he's not. We didn't really get to connect with him other than the Agrigor series. Like that one episode that he got. And I don't know, I just don't like his design that much, even though it does look cool. It's just not my favorite, what can I say? Then we have Armadillo. Of the Agrigor aliens, I think Armadillo is probably the best, if not, actually, I'm gonna put him in list B. Very strong and stuff like that, but, yeah, not my favorite. Terraspin, again, list C. Not the best, but not the worst. And NRG, that's probably the best one. I'm gonna put NRG along with Armadillo. Just know that he's a little better than Armadillo, but not good enough to be with like Goop and Echo and stuff like that. But yeah, NRG's cool. I love his backstory and his design, and his voice, by the way, is so funny. Like what would you even call that? Like a Mexican kind of like Spanish voice kind of thing. I don't know what you call that. Then we have Fast Track. That's going in tier F, just to accelerate ripoff at this point. I don't know why this alien exists, but here we are. Clockwork, or as Ben says, Clockwork. I'm gonna put him in God tier. One of the best aliens. I love the episodes, not just the like obvious episodes with him in it, like the like Paradox episodes or whatever, but even in episodes like the Eggman Comet in Ultimate Alien. Like, that's such a clever, the scene where he's in the kitchen with the dragon egg and stuff like that, and he rewinds time. That's just such a clever episode, and I just love Clockwork so much. Then we have Chameleon. Again, not really used at all. I think he was like in like 2 episodes or 3 at the most. I don't think he was even in Omniverse. I'm gonna put him in list D. His power is cool, but not really the best. Then we have Edel. I think Edel's also a list D. He's just a copy of Upchuck. And Upchuck was way more cool in that department. He was just a metal dude instead of like some fat frog. So, yeah. Then we have the last Ultimate Alien that's not Ultimate, Jerry Rig. I love Jerry Rig. He's funny. His powers are cool. But his design in Ultimate Alien wasn't really that great. I think it did a lot better in Omniverse in terms of the character design. I'm gonna put him in list C in terms of the powers. Moving on to the Ultimate Aliens, obviously Swampfire goes into there. I'm gonna put Ultimate Spider Monkey at list A. I don't think he was really that cool. I loved him in the Purge episode where Ben was like, "Listen, I'm Ben Tennyson. I can like kill you forever nights and stuff like that." It was cool then, but not really my favorite Ultimate Alien. Then we have Ultimate Humongosaur. That's going there. Ultimate Big Chill, I'm gonna put in God tier. Ultimate Echo, my favorite alien of all time, by the way. I love his design, his voice, his power, how he literally killed Vilgax in absolute power. Just a personal favorite of mine. Ultimate Cannonbolts, I mean, why? I'm just gonna put him in list B. Ultimate Waybig, that's also going in Ultimate God tier. And Ultimate Wild Mutt. Why does this exist? His only, like, real powers that he can talk now? And, like, why? I'm just gonna put that at list C. But, yeah. Now we're going up in the world. We're finally in the Omniverse aliens. We have Shock Squatch right here. I'm gonna put Shock Squatch in list A. I love his Canadian kind of personality, how he says A all the time. His design in Omniverse is 100% better than the one we got in the Generator X crossover. Although that was a great place to introduce him, by the way. Props to Man of Action for that. And yeah, his powers is cool, and I like him. He's probably the best electricity alien. Speaking of the devil, we got Feedback. I don't really like Feedback that much. I think he's a little overrated, especially with all the hype that he got in Omniverse with, like, you know, the storyline with Ben losing him as a kid and all that stuff. I didn't really connect with it, to be honest, but I love the scene where he goes back in time with his little self and they have, like, a reflection. That was cool. I'm gonna put him in list A. His voice and design is awesome. And yeah. We have Blocks. I think Blocks gets a little too much heat. I'm gonna put him in list B. Because his Lego is a little weak. Like, he doesn't really hold anyone that long. When he's, like, around them. He's really easy to break. But he can, like, form walls and balls and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I like Blocks. Then we have Gravitak. Gravitak is awesome. His design is awesome. I think the Omniverse designs are pretty clever, in terms of character design. Like, I'd love to see how they would have done the, Ultimate Alien or Omniverse, or sorry, Alien Force aliens if it was introduced in Omniverse. That would be really cool to see. I'm gonna put Gravitak in list A. I think he's awesome. Very much, better than Lodestar. I guess 2 tiers better than him in my book. Crash Hopper, I never really liked Crash Hopper. I'm gonna put him in list D. Very weak. There's not really a point to him. He's pretty much just jumps far. Like, I'd rather use Accelerate to run fast places than just jump. Then we have, I don't even know, Ball Weevil. I'm gonna put him in list F. Very overused in Omniverse, in my opinion. I just don't like him. I don't like his design, his voice, his power. It's just so annoying. And yeah, I just hate him. Walkatrout, why does Alien exist other than comedy? Like, in the last episode of Omniverse, Ben's like, yeah, the Omnitrix always gives me what I need, even when I want something else. But, like, that goes against this character. Like, why does the Omnitrix turn him into Walkatrout when he wants Humongousaur? Is Walkatrout really a better option in that moment? So, I don't know, just something to think about. Pesky Dust, I love this character. He's cool and he's interesting, but we never really got to see him more than a couple episodes. I'm gonna put him in list C. If we got to see him a little more, I would have liked him, but, you know. Mustache, he's going in list F. The worst, I think, is actually pretty debatable. I'm gonna put him in the middle tier because he's not the worst, literally, figuratively, and he's not the best because he can take he's indestructible, but he can still feel pain, but he can't serve any offense. So I think it's a little closer to the worst than the best. But I love this character. He has a really funny design. I think he was cleverly used. I don't know. I like him. Taken Hawk, I think this alien kind of sucks. I don't really get it at all. I'm gonna put him in F. Then we have Topic. Pretty interesting alien. Very scary alien. I'm gonna put him in list. C. I love how he defeated Siphon in that one episode with the giant orb. That was really clever, but apparently even Celestial Sapiens can be scared by Topic, but whatever. Oops, sorry about that. Then we have, what's this guy's name? Astrodactyl. I'm gonna put Astrodactyl in list B. Pretty cool, not my favorite. Bullfrag, list D. Doesn't really have any powers. Actually, I'm gonna put him in list F. Atomics, I love Atomics. His powers are cool, but he was a little overhyped. Like, even the Ben 10,000 turns into Atomic X, as if, like, Atomics is such an important alien, when he's only, like, been introduced 2 times before that episode. I'm gonna put him in list B. Gutrot's cool. I'm gonna put him in list C. Not really that interesting. And finally, Vampire. I like Vampire. I'm gonna put him in list B. So that concludes my complete tier list of the Ben 10 aliens. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. What do you guys think of my list? What's your favorite Ben 10 alien? What's your favorite Ben 10 series? And yeah, what did you think in general? Do you have any disagreements? I would love to hear them. Tell me all in the comments below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, and support me on Patreon if you'd like. All the links are in the description below. All those things help me out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm working on a few big projects coming soon. I've been really busy with schoolwork and stuff like that, but I should be alleviating that issue momentarily. I don't know why I said that. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!